Greetings, community, and welcome to Entropy and Comics and another edition of this week's signed books. This week, well, I got a lot of signed books, and I end up meeting a lot of people over the course of roughly about 10 days. So it's been a little over a week. Sorry for the misunderstanding. However, I did meet a lot of people, and I've been really trying to get everything ready for an upcoming event that I have, which is the LA Comic Con. I've been trying to get things ready for that, ensuring that I can get my credentials, making sure that I lined up the people that I'm going to try to interview. I've just been really busy, so I haven't been able to have an opportunity to go ahead and give you guys a show of this week's signed books. That being stated, I have a great deal of books. I have massive stories to go with them, and I won't over inundate you with either one. But I'll end up doing is on a rifle them at you really quick, try to give you a little bit of understanding and some of the enjoyment in which that transpired over the course of these mini signing events. And to me, some of the pertinent information, which that I believe that I feel either one that you need to know and or two that I felt that was important enough to where it felt significant enough for me to share with you, if that makes sense. So let me go ahead and start off by starting with hey, Las Cruces, I appreciate you being there. And hey, hip hop. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope all is good. So I went to Golden Apple. I've been doing a lot of routes of late. And so I'm gonna hop around and it won't be any lineage to these stories. All there is just my own way of being able to explain them to you. So bear with me if you could, please. I went to Golden Apple. This event happened. I'm hoping I didn't even write it down. It was last Wednesday. So if this one was the second, I guess last Wednesday would put it at, was it the 22nd or something like that? Nope, that would have been around 24th. Anyways, it was last Wednesday that I ended up going to Golden Apple. Just realized I bit my tongue. I'm going to have difficulties. And I ended up meeting an interesting individual that I've never met this writer before, Mark and Draco. Right out the bat, he and I had great conversations, and he hit me with a really interesting concept in what I've only seen in a couple of other storylines before, where he was going to remain as the consistent writer. However, he was going to have a different artist portray each issue to give the book a different feel, a different understanding that there's a movement through time and feel of the character, and there's an evolutionary aspect that's transpiring. That was in Mark's, I'm definitely paraphrasing words, way of being able to convey how the story is moving along with the character itself, as opposed to just telling a regular story along with the art in a normal, how should I say, conventional standpoint. So by changing this up, and I've seen this, I guess one of the easiest and best examples of late would be Stillwater, where you have the same writer, but you keep changing up the art. And then as you do so, the beauty about that is if you go ahead and suspend the idea that you already know who the written word is done by, the written in the sense of the writer itself doing the storytelling, if you suspend that idea, then it seems like every issue is a little bit different, even though you know it's jumping on from something that you already read. The beauty is it gives you a freshness, a uniqueness about the continuation of something that you're already familiar with. The best example I can give with that idea is re-experiencing something new for the first time. So in having a child, you get to re-experience what it is like to feel sand for the first time or grass for the first time by seeing your child's reaction. So it's the same in regard to reading these books that you are familiar with with the concept, but the change in the art dramatically reflects what's going on in the writing. So I was really, really interested in the story in which that not only Mark gave me into the reasoning behind why he was having a different artist in writing throughout this miniseries, but it just also kind of validates some of the suspicions that I had for the reasoning behind why some of these writers choose to do so. I was kind of curious if this is why, and this is why. So moving on from that, and Mark, dude, you're awesome. I can't wait to see you again. And I think you might be at LA Comic Con. If you are, I'll be there and I'll be interviewing him. So look forward to that. The other one is, and you may have seen on thumbnail, which is, hey, you know, I do want to recognize everyone being here real quick. So Hip Hop, Las Cruces, Christine, I appreciate you hanging out, dancing with me. I appreciate you being in here and hanging out with me on this live. So this one was done at a signing event on 9/11/2024 at Collectors Paradise in Pasadena. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend. I called ahead, say I'll try to be there. They not only, a few of them were about to leave early, but I decided just because of situation, I wasn't going to be able to attend. So I asked if they could please sign a few books for me. So they did too. Actually, there's a couple books for me. So what you have here is you have Patton Oswalt. So there's Patton down there. You have Jordan Blum, which is Jordan's right here. All right. You got Morgan Hampton, which that's Morgan. And then you got Jackson Lanzing and Collin Kelly. Now they write a lot of projects together. And they also have this unique way of signing together more times than not. This is like a normal, like, staple in their signing is that's how they normally sign. So if you ever see their signatures, that's how it is. So I not only got one, but I got two of those books. And now that I'm saying things like that, I am going to be doing an auction pretty soon of my own style, own like, and very unique, but it's something that you've kind of seen on this channel before, but not as a selling event. Now you're like, wait, what the hell is he talking about? I will be signing books because things like this I have way too many of. And yeah, I mean, as you guys well know, probably 20% of my books are signed, and I probably have like 16,000 books or something like that. Crazy. So yeah. Now, moving on from that, which that was an awesome event that I unfortunately couldn't go to. They were only there for a couple hours, and all these people have never been together like this before, other than at cons, which that it's hard for them to hang out. At these local events, it's easy for them not only hang out, but do things like dinner and stuff. And I think that's what ended up happening is a couple end up taking off early to go ahead and get the reservations at the place, and I missed out. I'm just saying. I'm glad for them. I really am. That to me, that ended up actually working out because I now have a new story to talk to them about. All right, hey. So I ended up meeting Cody Ziglar again, and I ended up telling him, I go, look, dude, I need you to understand the reason why I keep bringing these sacks to you is I have an ultimate goal, much like Rodney Barnes and a couple other people, to eventually get all of my stuff that's done by you signed. And he's like, that's cool. Rodney basically said the same thing. So what I do is I try to bring in small boatloads, and I got one here. So I'm going to start it off with a new book in which that he came out with, which is called Goobers. This is him. There's a claw going right through his face. Yo, hey, I appreciate you being here. Game Machine. Dude, thanks. So this was one of the little exclusives that he had, and that is his little unique signature right there. Now, sometimes he has an interest to make it very evident, and then there's other times where Cody decides that he wants to go ahead and make a game out of it and make you try to find it. So these are easy to see. And as you see, they're modeled after, you know, the Wacky Packs, the Garbage Pail Kids style stuff. He grew up with Garbage Pail Kids, want to do a book that was kind of reflected upon that. And he's doing this miniseries and doing so, which I believe it's 3. I think it is 3. I keep wanting to say 4, but I actually think it's 3. Hey, I got my own unique way of counting. I'm just saying. So I have, as I stated before, a lot of books signed by him. And what I did is I just kind of initially was kind of poking through the books I want and, get signed. And now eventually, as I stated before, I'm kind of moving through the series. So this is the annual that came out. And as I said before, say you can't even find it. But look, if you look really close, seriously, it does that. Sometimes you have to find it. Other times it's like evident. It's so odd it's just funny. See, look right there, bam. And I kind of understand because the idea I believe that Cody's trying to do is he's really not trying to hurt the art in any regard. So he takes that in consideration. Cody's cool, people. He's got a lot of projects going on right now. And yeah, I really not only hit it off with him, but it was just amazing of a lot of the talk that we are familiar with as far as in the industry, the people that we know. The work that he's been doing so far has been awesome, not only for Miles Morales, but the side projects that he's been doing. And what I mean by that also is goobers and so forth. There's 5. Another 5. Cruising through. Look at that. Oh, yeah, my other dog's going crazy. 7. I think the mail might have came. 9. So like I said before, you might, wait, why is he gapping out? Because I have 8 and all these other ones in between done and already signed. So when I go to LA Comic-Con, which is Cody will be there, and I will do a interview and a new style that I'm going to be doing on my lives. I'm looking forward to not only pretty much finishing out everything that I have by Cody, but sitting down and having a couple of questions that I've been wanting to not only ask again, but to actually allow you to hear some of the questions that I've asked in the past that I thought that the answers were rather interesting. And I felt that you just got to know. Love that speed, sir. There's a couple of characters in the series that I really think is really cool. Now, let me see if I can find this one. Oh, that's pretty evidence right there. You see what I mean? How he tries not to ruin the art by where he places them. Let me see if I can find this one. Oh my God, did he even sign it? Might have missed this one. Oh, nope. See? Freaking Cody, man. It's like, okay, try to find me. I dare you. It's almost a Where's Waldo signatures. That's a cool one. Got to do it again, huh? Is this one missed? Oh my God, this one might be missed. Yeah, I don't see this one. All right, so this one got done, but I don't think this one did. And if it did, I don't know where it's at. So I'm like I said, I'm gonna go see. Man. And like I said before, I got a mess. Another reason why I'm also doing the show is I have to log all this stuff in. That was actually only half. Spider-Punk, I had issue 1 and 2 done because that's what was out at the time. Here's issue 3 and 4. See, I mean, that looks awesome, doesn't it? Cool place for your sign. And then issue 13, 17, 18. There's probably a while it wasn't doing that before. That's the cover A. I think there's a cover C. Nope, this is the B. This is the C. I like the Garson stuff. There's the F. 19. See right there. Oh, there. 20. 21. Like I said, I'm trying to get them all done. I'm almost there, people. 22. Doubled up on that. And see what I mean? I got to get rid of some of these books. And they're all just, I mean, right now I'm holding them in my line, and they're all 9.6s plus. Most of them probably 9.8s. 23. And back to 13. So if I recall, that was something like, well, I guess. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14. 5, 26, 27. 28, 29, 30. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly. So that was 35 books. I ended up getting signed over the course of roughly 10 days. Now, after I log all this stuff in, I have a bunch of books that I have to go through and pull out. Snyder, Lanzing again, Kelly, Melissa Flores, who brings us a new character in the Ghost Rider realm. There's so many individuals I not only want to see and get some things signed, there are a few slabs that I'm making consideration of, even though they're slightly bananaing out. I did receive this slab roughly a week ago at most. And I'm detecting, like, it's not even a banana as much as it's almost like a wave, and it's not a heavy one. It's just like it's just laying in there. It's really odd. It's not, there's no real, now this side, it's almost like a banana. It's so odd. Now I'm not really detected, and I keep looking any real flaws or bends or anything like that. Keep trying. So the reason why I'm getting at all that is I am making the consideration of getting a couple of slabs done. Obviously, yellow label. So that's, appreciate you being here. One of the situations, I guess, that I'm kind of dealing with right now is, should I stay or should I go now type of situation when it comes to these signatures. Like I said, there is Snyder and a few other individuals that I want to go ahead and lock down on a few books that I got. So I don't want to pass up this opportunity like I have too many times in the past. So I don't know. I'm grappling with myself right now, and it's a good thing I got a lot of baby oil, because if I didn't, it wouldn't be fun at all. So I'm trying to figure this out before in which I have to go, which is only hours away, that I'm going to end up being at San Diego or at LA Comic-Con. So I do know is when it comes to a couple individuals, they're only going to be in a small window of time. So I'm going to try to seize that opportunity, regardless I go ahead and get things slabbed or not. And like I stated before, I'm going to try to bring all this information to you in little snippets on my lives and type of shorts. Apologize for the, but yeah, that's my ultimate goal for the next 3 days. So I ask of you to go ahead and look forward that in my shorts, and that will be, like I stated, over the course of the next 3 days. And that's pretty much it for me. All those on which side of cruising on, I'm fighting with them. On the live Green Machine, wow. Christina, hip hop, Marcus, dude, appreciate you. Las Cruces, as always, dude, my steady main man, Hack. And anyone I may have missed, I do apologize. Those that cruised on in the rewind, I thank you greatly. And that's it for me, Entropy. You guys stay well.